This is Mike Tridle for Your Way Network. We're here at Columbus for the NSCA Finals, and we're gathered around here with a group of American muscle racers. And if we can get Scott here to talk to us for a minute. Scott's about ready to feed all of us here. How'd you happen to do this?
This is just something we wanted to try to get everybody together and sit around and kind of shoot the breeze and do something other than talk about racing and race, you know. Just to have a good time and get to know everybody.
You know, you said that to me earlier, this deal about talking about anything but racing, but how often do you get a group of racers together when that doesn't come up?
I don't think it ever happens, but we try to, you know, maybe set a precedence this weekend and let's just talk about normal stuff, you know, what normal people do.
Well, we're probably somewhat abnormal, but let's talk about your day today. Had a little bit of a disappointment, didn't you?
Yeah, went a little too fast in the second round for the Salem makeup. Had a good light, had actually 700s in the bag and ran under. Kind of a disappointment, but all in all, I'm still happy. We're here and having a good time. So.
Well, and you're currently number one in the points. How does that affect that for you? Unofficially, I think we calculated it with that race. Me losing in the second round, I'm still 27 points up, which with only 21 cars here, there's only a possibility of 30 points that can be made up. And I'm automatically going to get 5 points for a first round loss. So I think if everything works out, I'm still ahead by 2 points no matter what happens tomorrow. Well, that's good. And you know, a couple of years ago, I came up against Mike Davis, who was up for the championship, and he had won the championship the round before, and then I put him on the trailer. So let's hope that we meet second or third or maybe fourth or fifth round tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I was, you know, speaking of that, I was the big spoiler 3 years ago. Larry, Keith, and Mark Walters were all tied. I got Keith first round, got Mark second round, and Larry ended up winning because he went to the semis, and I think Larry beat me in the semis. So Larry ended up winning the championship that year. So it's been kind of a spoiler, you know.
I remember that year. Mark was sweating it pretty bad. Yeah. Well, anything else for the fans out there? What do you got going?
I really don't have anything going. We just want to get this year done, and it's been a great year. We've run, I think, 9 races total and had 5 final rounds with 2 wins. So we're ecstatic, and it's been an awesome year no matter what happens tomorrow.
All right, now we're going to continue this with the cooks and the bottle washers. We got Jim and Andy Gorski here, and you know, I always want to respect my elders. So I'm going to start with Andy. What do you have to say for this deal tonight?
I'm only about a year older than you, so thanks for the respect.
You're most welcome. Jim, what's going on? You're on the hot seat, aren't you?
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun this year, and it's all culminated down to this last race. So we're going to go out tomorrow, and we're going to give them heck.
Now, you're currently in second place, and we did a little calculating with Scott over here, too, on his position. It seems to me that I overheard some number crunching going on over in your pit, too. Do you want to share any of that with the folks?
The number crunching started probably about 3 races ago, and after Scotty's win at Stanton, my dreams and hopes kind of went out the window, but so we're going to try like that to get second place, and we're going to put the number 2 on the car next year.
That's fantastic. I wish you all the luck in the world, and let's hope we don't meet until about the 5th round. How's that?
Okay, Mike. You're a good competitor.
You know, I haven't looked at the points for a while, but the last time I looked, you were in 3rd place. Where are you at now?
Right now, I believe I'm in 4th.
Okay, well, that's not a bad place to be. What do you got planned for tomorrow?
I don't know. I don't know. The car is running all over the place, so hopefully we can get it to run right on the dial. And it ran 51 to 52, then it come out and out of the blue it ran a 40, so just try to trim and pedal it.
Well, I think the air got really, really good that last round. You were in the DOT race, right?
Right.
And you didn't buy back?
No. No, I ran out of money.
we had talked about that earlier, whether or not you buy back, and you adamantly told me that you didn't do that. Do you want to share opinions with that?
No, that's all right.
Okay.
My buddy Larry's here. I don't want to insult anybody.
And speaking of Larry, this is a former 2 or 3 time champion, as I recall. 4-time champion, Larry Fleming.
drives a really pretty car, and I'm kind of prejudiced. Why don't you tell us about it a little bit?
70 Cuda, 440 automatic. I've had it since '87. It's a street driver.
Now, I believe that used to belong to the sales manager of Holly, Phil Vickus. Is that correct?
That's right. He raced it for many years. It's been a race car off and on ever since it was new.
Now, you went through it, though. When you bought it, it needed a little work, right?
Very little. The engine hasn't been apart since '77.
And you thrash on it. And I think you told me you ran the quickest or the fastest speed that you've ever run with it today.
The fastest mile an hour was nearly 106 or 105. I forgot.
What's real interesting is that the two of us run in the same index, and mine is a small block, yours is a big block. We give the announcers quite a bit to talk about when we pair up together, don't we?
Yeah, we do. My quickest ET, I think, has been a 12:67.
Okay, well, you're substantially quicker than me by about 2/10. So, what do you attribute that to? Good air or just a good driver?
Mostly air.
Okay. What are your plans for next year?
Depends on what the NSCA does.
Well, we're all waiting for that to happen. So, what do you say? Let's get something to eat. What do you think?
Sound good to me.
And that's it for now. Well, all right. Now we're going to talk to Ray.
Now it's my turn to, hey, come here. Oh, it's your interview time now. So, Mike, how you doing this weekend?
Well, not too bad. We started out fast yesterday. We ran some 1280s. We had a match race set up with Matt Walter, and unfortunately his car kind of didn't support it, so he had to withdraw. And I know it was an extremely difficult phone call for him to make to me to do that. And in the heat, I'd been struggling a little bit to run that 13 flat index. Initially I had offered him one bulb on the tree, and he called me up. He had gotten a little faster, and he says, you might want to reconsider that bulb. I said, that's up to you. I said, I offered. And he said, okay, we'll go heads up. Well, we were looking forward to that. And it would have been a real interesting race, because out of nowhere there was a 1287 or 1284 with a 7 came out of the car yesterday.
And what's his car capable of?
His was he was reporting 1302s.
Okay.
So he was right in the same neighborhood as I've been. I've been consistent with 1302, 1303. It would have been a very, very interesting race. Definitely won at the tree.
And where did you find this extra ET?
Well, I've been doing some tuning and some experimenting, and we'll probably talk a little more about that in some later things.
Ain't giving up the secrets.
No, it's nothing that's illegal. I've talked to Tony about it, and it's cool, and because nobody's going to see this until after this event anyway. So, but I'll make that announcement when the time comes. But no, I haven't really gained anything, because I ran an 80 with a 4 in Belrose, Louisiana, and I've kind of reverted to that tune up here. Although the air in Belrose was 84 feet above sea level when that happened. And it was my birthday present. I actually did that on my birthday, so it was the quickest and fastest run that the car made ever was down there in Belrose.
So preacher's kid better get to work, huh?
That's right. And what's really interesting is I hung the exhaust system back under it. I had the mufflers and pipes all the way out to the back in Belrose when I ran that quick ET and speed. And I opened it up for Atlanta and immediately slowed down.
Yeah.
So it just tells me that I just need to run it
little
quiet.
back pressure.
Exactly.
Right.
It's got a little cam in it, and it's low compression, and if I advance it more than 36 degrees, it slows it down, and I built it actually to be a hot rod on the street, and started out running the 14-second index, and just made little improvements here and there, and got it into the 1280s. So, and that's as fast as I really want it to go.
So what are you going to do tomorrow?
What am I going to do tomorrow? Well, everybody plans to win tomorrow. Jimmy always says that I'm a first-round duck, and this year I actually have been, although I have participated in 2 second rounds. But no, it's not been a real good eliminating season for me.
Yeah, I'm
Hey, we're getting
Mike.
we're getting a menu here.
If you look behind us, Mike, you look see what we're missing.
Yeah. Well, it'll all come out in the editing, trust me.
I think it's time to eat.
I do too. Let's do it.
I'd be laughing at Seymour as him and Williams are laying on the ground changing the transmission going, hey, you guys get that done yet? But, no, this is where he wants me, guys. And there's no doubt about that. It's an exciting time. It really is. And who knows where it's going to go? I don't have a clue. You know, this truly wasn't on the radar scope, 5 weeks ago. And he's brought me to a place where he wants me to help some folks. So we're in that business, as Christians. That's what we do. We help people. We just be Jesus to people and build relationships, and we go from there. So, but anyway.
Well, let's go where it's supposed to go.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, let me let you guys get.
Bye, Mark.
Take it easy.
Take care, buddy. See ya.
All right, man. Hey, I'm thinking about y'all.
All right. Thank you.
Guys, be careful tomorrow.
You will. Yep.
Thinking of you too, Mark.
All right. Y'all be good now.
Take care.
Yep. Bye-bye.